Hey, Eyes and Shine, good to see you. How are you? It's been a while. It's been about 6 months since we've done the last kind of life update, and I thought it was time. Thought it was time for us to be able to reconnect, talk about all of the special projects that we've been working on, be able to share some insights, and really just share some thoughts, some things that have been going on in my life that I wanted you to know about. With this type of video, again, it's a little different. We're not talking specifically about eyes and vision and things like that like we normally are. So if that's why you're here for the channel, awesome, welcome, and feel free to skip this video if you wish. Otherwise, if you want to learn more about me and all that's going on in my life, of what's going on with this channel, then definitely stick around. I'll even put some channel chapters down below so you can kind of jump around to different things. First of all, coffee. I actually quit coffee for a little bit, and I'm back on it. It tastes delicious, and I'm happy it's back. Maybe I'll need to cut back a little bit. Now, what I want to start off with today is really just sharing some behind the scenes of my life in optometry, because I feel like I'm living almost a dual or triple life sometimes, because yes, I'm still seeing patients in the clinic, but I'm also doing a crazy amount of traveling and volunteer work for things like the American Optometric Association. I actually volunteer on 2 different committees for the AOA, and that has taken me back in St. Louis back in February. Went to St. Louis as part of the leadership committees, and then even this week I'm flying out to Nashville to be volunteering for the AOA, but also to lecture at Optometry's meeting, which is like one of the largest eye care conventions throughout the year. But I'm also, at that same time, scheduling out like 6 podcast episodes to record all this week. So that's a lot. Speaking of the podcast, that has been going really well. The I Give a Damn podcast, which has just given me amazing opportunities over the last year. And with that, I was able to fly out to Atlanta for the first time, as well as go out to New York City for Vision Expo East, which is, again, another huge eye care convention throughout the year. So that's been keeping me busy. And then I've been writing a lot of CE lectures for doctors, right? Because doctors need to maintain their licensure, and writing these lectures to give to doctors is a whole other goal and thing that I've been really interested in doing more of. And so this year, that has taken me to Ontario. I got to fly up to Canada to give some lectures. In fact, just the other week, I presented a webinar that had over 3,000 eye doctors register for, which is a huge number to me. And honestly, I'm just so incredibly honored and kind of blown away that not only will people watch these YouTube videos that I put together, but also doctors want to come hear me give lectures and learn from me. It's, again, just a huge honor. And then on top of that, I'm still making the Eye Care Insiders show over on itube.net, which is, again, more kind of like YouTube videos, but more for doctors on the eye care side of things. And with that, in case you are a doctor or you're a student looking into optometry, or you are in the eye care field in some way, I even started a new Instagram channel, and I'll put a link down here, which again is more me sharing kind of doctor tips, kind of sharing tips and insights about the clinic, as well as just sort of doctor life thing. So if you're interested in that type of content, you can follow me over there as well. Another cool thing I got to do this year is I was invited to fly out to Las Vegas to be a part of Grow with Video Live, which is a YouTube convention to help content creators like get into YouTube and social media. And I actually went to this sort of meeting back in 2019, but to be invited back to sit on stage and be part of a panel discussion, sharing our successes and what's working for us, and to be kind of recognized for my success in being able to provide value on YouTube is honestly, again, a huge honor, and kind of blows my mind how far things have come with the channel. With that, if you've never been to a YouTube convention before, it's pretty wild. There's just an insane amount of energy and collaboration that goes on, and being able to just meet other creators. In fact, one creator I got to connect with was Mary from Mary's Nest, if you've ever seen or heard of her cooking channel. Mary and I actually started our journeys about the same exact time. We even took some of the same educational content to learn how to better do YouTube, and being able to connect with her, she's just an amazing person. And if you haven't seen her channel, also some crazy, amazing stuff that she's doing. In fact, wait, let me show you. Actually, at the Grow with Video Live, she gave me she signed it for me, a hard copy of her cookbook. Incredible. And she's just such an amazing person. I got to meet her whole family. Yeah, that was another really cool event this year. One thing I'll just add about Mary's cookbook here, she does some really good recipes on fermented foods, like fermented vegetables. And again, research, if you've been following along with any of our live streams, there's a lot of good research on fermented foods for the gut microbiome and how that is related to good retinal health and even dry eye disease. So something cool to try out. But obviously, balancing all of these projects and different components to my life, along on top of making YouTube videos and all the research that goes into these and the writing, scripting, the shooting, the editing, it's a lot. And I won't lie, there's times I struggle with the amount of overwhelm that I feel, all the pressure on my shoulders, and I'm sure you feel that way too. With life, whether you're a student, if you're working, you've got family to take care of, we all have so much in our lives going on at the same time, and it can be overwhelming. It can be tough. But I feel like all these projects I'm working on, it's not just fluff that's filling my life. These are all things that I see value in and I'm dedicated to, like volunteering for the AOA. That's a huge part of being an optometrist, in my opinion. I don't just want to help people in the clinic in my local community. I want to share my love and passion and help as many people throughout the world as I can with everything that we're doing here on YouTube. But also, being part of the AOA helps me advocate for the profession here in the US and hopefully improve the level of care and access to care for all these other people who can't come see me, but they can see their doctor in their local community, right? I want to be a better advocate in that way, and being part of the AOA is a part of that. And then with the I Give a Damn podcast, I mean, that has been broadening my experiences and insights like never before. Being able to interview such amazing leaders, entrepreneurs, and like true masters in the eye care field. I get to learn from them. I get to ask them questions that really inspires me to do more and want to be a better doctor. I learn a lot from that. And then again, lecturing is something I again strongly value because writing lectures and presenting lectures, teaching, if you've ever taught before, it's not easy. Being able to boil down your knowledge and being able to express that and communicate that knowledge is not an easy thing. It can be very challenging, and it really, I think, reveals how much you do or do not know about a certain subject. And that's part of my values in being a better doctor. I want to be a better doctor. I want to be able to better not only educate my patients, but better help them. And to do that, at least for me, I found teaching and providing these videos and also giving lectures to doctors as a huge component to that. And I personally have done reflections and just realized how far I've come as a provider, as a creator, as just a leader within my own industry, because I have continually pushed myself in those moments of discomfort to recognize when I don't know something, I need to hit the books, I need to learn it. And that's kind of a tip I would have for anybody who wants to be a creator, you want to be a doctor, or you just want to learn more and become better at something that you're passionate about, is stay curious and have an open mind. Because there's a lot of subjects, like here on the channel, people have asked me about castor oil for years, and for some time I was just like, yeah, there's nothing really to it. But I'm like, you know what? Let's be curious, let's be open-minded, let's dig into the research and see what's really published on it. And I've learned quite a bit from doing that research. And then I was able to make that video and people have really resonated with it. But having that open mind, staying curious, and honestly, having the courage to admit that you don't know something, having the courage to look and sound dumb because you want to ask questions, that's not an easy thing to do. But asking questions and looking dumb, that's okay, because if it's in the pursuit of knowledge, who cares? You're only going to get better at what you do and what you care about by raising your hand, asking those questions, and putting in the work to find the answer. And that's really one of the kind of the superpowers I think I have developed in the last 10 years of my life. Now, another thing I thought I would share today is just some more insights into kind of behind the scenes of the content creation side here for YouTube, because there's a lot that goes into it. I'll be honest, I, again, deal with a lot of overwhelm and stress about this channel. I want it to be helpful. I want it to do well. I want it to reach as many people as I can. And we broke 1 million subscribers earlier this year, and that was nuts. And I'm still super honored and so grateful for everybody who's followed the channel and, hit the like button, subscribed, and leaving comments. That means so much. But just in the background, what people don't see is like there's a lot of work that goes into it, and trying to decide of what topics to cover. There's so many topics. People will ask like, hey, aren't you going to run out of topics to cover? It's like, no, I will never run out of things to talk about, because there's so many eye care conditions that we haven't covered. And I feel bad that I haven't covered them, because I know there's someone out there somewhere who's trying to look up this information, trying to learn something, and I haven't made that content yet. Or there's so many questions that are coming through, and I try my best every day to jump in the comments and answer them in my coffee and commenting in the morning. But there's so many topics, I just can't get to all of them. And I value having up-to-date information and delivering good, accurate information. And to do that takes a lot of research into reading on topics. Like, I may have learned something in school 10 years ago, and I maybe practice it all the time in the clinic, but before I make a video on it, I want to make sure that there wasn't something published a month ago that changes how maybe I'll practice going forward. Or maybe there's something new that has come out, a new medication or a new procedure or something, and I want to make sure that's up to date and delivered accurately to you. And so it does take a lot of time to dig into that. And then on more of like an internal personal side, I struggle with perfectionism sometimes, and let me know if you ever struggle with perfectionism in different parts of your life too. But with the videos, these videos are very personal to me. Even though they're very educational, they're still very much a part of me. And I want the videos to do well, and so I can really get held up in making sure that it comes across just right, or that the thumbnail looks good, or the title is just right. And so I think that's definitely part of my brand, is I want to really try my best at everything I do, but it does weigh heavy on my mind sometimes. And if you are a creator on YouTube, when you post something in the YouTube creator page, it ranks your videos out of the last 10 videos that you did. Is it 1 out of 10, like the best video, most views, most engagement? Or is it a 5 out of 10? Or is it 10 out of 10? Is it the worst performing video you've done in the last 10 videos? And sometimes, if it's a 1 out of 10, a real banger, it's awesome. You get this huge thrill and feel like you did something great and you're really helping people. But then sometimes you get a video that will be a 10 out of 10. And I know I have to remind myself deep down that these videos, even if it's a 10 out of 10, are still valuable. They're still well-researched. They're going to help some people over time, because people are going to research that and find it. But there's still like this little mental twitch that happens where you feel self-critical and you're like, gosh, what did I do wrong? Is it something I said wrong? Did I not look good in that video? Was it, is it the way I spoke? Is it there wasn't enough visuals? Was it edited wrong? You have a lot of self-criticism in this creator space. And so sometimes it's hard to get over that feeling that you somehow failed. And that, it's tough to get over that. And I think even more so as a healthcare professional, I think everybody in eye care, in healthcare to some extent, has some perfectionist qualities in them, because we want to do the best job we can for every single patient. And I think some of that carries over into the creative work. And then on top of all this, with all these projects, I know I struggle with work-life balance, and I know I'm not the only one who struggles with that. The reality is I work 7 days a week. Maybe I'll take an afternoon off on a Sunday to go like play video games with a friend or something, or see family. Otherwise, it's a rarity for me to take 2 days off for a weekend. And even during those 2 days off, my brain is still working on these other projects or stressing out about what other things in my to-do list need to get done. I have a lot of work to put into that. I know I can't run this type of marathon forever. I dream of a day of a time where I will have a normal weekend. So that's something I'm striving for. But it's tough. You know, there's just so much I want to do and I want to accomplish, and I want to produce more content here for YouTube. I honestly feel really guilty that I'm not able to have the bandwidth to produce more videos, to produce better videos. That's been a goal for mine for a long time. I will say at least 2 things that have really helped me with work-life balance, and I just want to share this to encourage you if you're also struggling with work-life balance. Something I've done really well is prioritizing my sleep and prioritizing my movement, being that I focus on having good sleep, I eat well, and I move well, and in that order. I wish that when I was younger, I would have known how important good sleep is and how that just affects everything throughout your day. It affects your focus, how you think, how you remember things. Eating well and staying active will affect your hormones and cause this ripple effect again in everything you do. So I know it's tough when you already feel like your plate's full. How do you find time to do these other things? It in fact will make more time in your life for other projects by having priority over your sleep, over eating well, and focusing on making sure you get sub movement throughout the day. All those things super important. Now I know there's a lot of questions that you and all the other viewers have here on the channel, and I try my best to answer them every morning with coffee and commenting. But I know a lot of people have had questions about red light and different forms of red light therapy, different devices. With all those questions, I am going to answer it. I'm going to be making more videos on red light, answering all of that. It's just, again, a lot of research. I want to make sure I'm giving good information, and this is newer technology, new research that's ongoing. And there's a lot of questions and mysteries in it. So I've not only been digging into the research, I've been reaching out to professionals in various spaces to really get their insight. So when I do make these videos and answer these questions, I'm delivering up-to-date and real, well-researched info. I'm not just shooting from the hip and spreading misinformation. That's exactly the opposite of what I want to do. I know there's also been a lot of questions about various vitamins and supplements for the eyes, including ones that I personally take. There's questions about N-acetylcarnosine. We're going to be doing a video on that very soon, but again, a lot of research to dig into that one. And then we're doing other deep dives into various other supplements, things like omega-3s. I've been doing a new self-study on omega-3s, which will be coming out, as well as a lot more content certainly on dry eye, as well as some content on myopia and glaucoma. That's all coming. I'm also very honored to be part of a super special project, basically testing out some new medical devices in the eye care space. In fact, it's so secret. I'm one of the only 20 doctors in the country who are testing out these sort of things, and I can't really share any more about that other than that. Stay tuned, because we will be doing some special features on it, and it's pretty cool. But hey, thank you so much for sticking around, listening to what I have to say, hearing kind of an update on life and all the things that are going on. I really do appreciate you for being part of the channel, supporting all this work and the passion that I have for sharing this knowledge and trying to help as many people with eye care as I can. Please let me know if you do have specific topics, questions, things that maybe you've already answered. You asked a question before and I just never got to it. Ask it again. I'm going to try really hard to be answering all the questions in this video here over the next week. And please also let me know your thoughts on these sort of reflections and deep dives into my life. Is this something that you find value in, right? Do you enjoy these personal reflections? Let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback. Otherwise, again, let me just say thank you again for being here, supporting me, supporting this channel, again, being involved, liking, subscribing, all of those things. You are as much a part of this channel and the success of this channel and other people finding this content as much as I am. So thank you for being here, for being my friend. Keep an eye on it, and we'll see you in that next video. Peace.